What up, YouTube? Denny in Saigon. Thanks for watching my video. My name's Denny. I'm an American. I'm living over here in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. It's a beautiful day. It's Tet, or I don't know if it's officially Tet. Tet is the Lunar New Year that the Vietnamese celebrate. And it's the first day of vacation, basically. Schools are all closed. Everything's pretty much closing. And it'll be closed for 2 or 3 weeks. I am headed over to Bui Vien, Walking Street, where I'm going to spend my 2 weeks off, and where nothing ever closes. 24/7, 365. Walking Street is always on. And I enjoy being over there, so that's where I'm going. Plus, I think I'll go by District 2 and put some money in the bank. And I got paid last night, and gosh, I'm doing so well here. I'm doing really well in Vietnam, and I'm pretty pleased about it. It's been a wonderful place for me to be. If you haven't seen my past videos, you might not know, I came here with no money. I came to Vietnam with from Cambodia, basically with no money, about $20 in my pocket. And I started out at a hostel over on Walking Street, and since then I've been able to save money, and I'm paying my sport. I'm getting built back up, and it's because I've been teaching here, teaching English, and the generous hospitality of the Vietnamese. They're very nice people, very good people. They're on fire to learn English. They're very serious about learning English. I meet a lot of adults who want to study, practice English, but the thing about that is most adults, they do not have time. I have tried that before. You'll get stood up a lot because adults are busy, but they'll make sure that their kids get to class on time. And if you want to teach kids here, it's challenging, and it's rewarding, and it's lucrative, basically, for Vietnam, because most things are cheap here. Transportation is super cheap. Paid about $150 for this motorbike, and I've only put just minor things into it. I got the oil changed a little bit ago. It's $4. Things like my phone, I'm only paying $20 a year for my phone, my mobile data, which is not bad. The mobile data is enough to get me through the month, so it's not unlimited, but it's they throttle it after a while, but it's okay. It's very cheap, and I could get more if I wanted. My room is only $150 a month. It's just a cheap room. I could have a nicer room. Check out this coffee shop. Never been in there. Coffee shops everywhere in Vietnam. It's a coffee shop culture. My room is not that nice, but I save money, right? Could have a nice apartment over in District 2 if I wanted, but I'm paying support and all this stuff. They're building back up, so I'm just holding on to my money, mostly. Traffic is the issue when you come to Vietnam to teach. You'll have to deal with traffic, and you'll have to travel around a lot. It's not too easy to just post up in District 1 where all the foreigners are at and start teaching. You really need to travel across the city or travel across Vietnam to get yourself into a position to get a lot of teaching hours. I'm teaching about 30 hours a week, and I'm finding that's enough. That's enough. That's all I can handle. I lose my voice after about 30 hours, and I start to feel pretty rough. So it's enough, and just not get killed. Did it, and yeah, I enjoy teaching. The problem is right now I miss my kids. I miss my boy. He's going to be 18 at the end of this year. My support will, I hope, stop. God. I know how they like to keep that going forever and ever. But anyways, I'm paying the support and the back support, and I'm giving him money anyhow. On top of that, and I have other kids. I have 2 daughters and I have 2 grandsons. I want to see them, and I'm going to go back and visit them. And if I can figure out a way to live there, I'll probably stay. Because even though I'm doing well here, I can probably make more money at home. I just don't know if I can save it. That's the big issue at home, is saving it. I got a lot to think about, and I'm going to spend 2 weeks thinking about it, and I'm going to spend the next 4 months thinking about it, figuring out what to do. But I'm going to spend these 2 weeks over here at Bui Vien Walking Street and pretty much relaxing. I'm not gonna drink beer for 2 weeks. Might run out of money if I do that, but I am going to probably eat cheeseburgers and sit around and watch people go by. I like to people watch on Bui Vien. It's interesting and fun. You meet lots of interesting people over there. And it was about 2 years ago, this very time of year, when I showed up over there with no money and no idea how long I was going to be in Vietnam or how well it was going to work out. My world was it's just in a different place. But God bless the Vietnamese, because they're wonderful people. Vietnam is a wonderful place, it really is. And they're serious about learning English, I can tell you that much. If you want to come here and be a teacher, you probably should. Like kids, that's going to be pretty important. And but you can come over here and teach. I guess your results may vary. You may go to the university or whatever. I don't really have the best credentials, but I speak clear American English, and I love kids. That's really what it's all about. If the parents like you and the kids like you, then you're in, pretty much. Last night, my students, they're about 4 and 5 years old. The Vietnamese teacher likes to leave them in there. You know, she's talking to the parents in a conference, and the kids are all in the room when I get there, and they've locked the door, and they've broken the lock now, so they're locked in the room. A couple of them are crying. It's kind of funny. But that's the kind of, you know, they're ordinary. They're ordinary little kids. Boys are allowed to be boys here, which is good. I can appreciate that. But you have to go through a lot, you know, if you're teaching, it's teaching, you know, so it's hanging out with kids. It's just, it takes a special kind of person, really. And I can honestly say I couldn't have done it in my younger years. I've had to develop patience enough to do this. Most of the time, I do have patience with them. Pretty much all the time. Unless I start mashing the keyboard on my laptop, then I kind of get pissed off. That doesn't happen often, though. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be wanting to teach, but like I said, I'm doing well here. I'm doing really well, and I'm saving money. Right now, if I go home, I might not. So, I got a lot to dwell on, a lot to consider. I am learning technology. I've always done that. I've always done technology work, and I have a couple of 2-year degrees in technology, and I've done some freelance work over the years. I started programming when I was a little kid, but I'm not an expert level programmer at really anything. I know some PHP and some JavaScript. I can build a website and you know, connect it to a database. I can do a lot, do things, but you know, there's still a lot to learn. Technology, of course, you know, you guys spend a lot of time in it, and you need to. It's not like everybody doesn't do that. Lots of people do code. The learn to code meme that's got the left fist off here recently. It's kind of funny, isn't it? Because that's what they were saying back in the 90s, you know, back when I was going to college, in the late 90s, early 2000s, they were pushing 2-year degrees on everybody. And, you know, a lot of people got 2-year degrees, but you couldn't find a job doing anything, freelancing websites or something, which is, you know, some people make money doing that. You're not going to really get rich, I don't think. Maybe, but there's a lot of competition. I notice a lot of developers and stuff, a lot of people who can code, they're on YouTube, you know, making courses and stuff for money. A lot of people can slap together a website and a web app and figure out how to do things. So, unless you're going to work for Google or something, I don't know that I don't know that I'll be able to go back to Indiana and make a living doing that, no matter how skilled I am at it. But I do it for fun, actually. It's just something I enjoy doing, something I've always enjoyed doing. I may go back and work for the Amish, because that's been lucrative for me in the past. Not always that fun. I'm getting older and my knees are not that great. There's a lot of things I can't do now. It's getting more difficult for me to do, I'll say that. I can do pretty much everything because I push through. My knees have been bothering me, recently, but it was just last year this time I walked almost all the way across Saigon. Almost as far as you've seen me drive in this video. And in the heat and everything, carrying a big heavy bag. Two big heavy, everything I own. I did that last year, so I'm strong for my age, really. Still, but I have my good days and my bad days is what it is. Some days I am, feeling pretty youthful, and other days I don't. So, my days of working real hard with the Amish are probably over. I can drive, and I can drive equipment. That's just about it. And if you work with the Amish, in Indiana, of course, it's quite cold. You'll find your ass freezing out on some piece of equipment somewhere in the middle of a cornfield in February. Right now it's just super cold back home, and I wouldn't be interested in being there right now at all. I'm gonna enjoy this 2 weeks, man. I think I'm gonna stop and get a coconut. That sounds really good. Anyways, my name's Denny. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you have a really nice day.